Hello everyone, I'm Zishansha and welcome to Z Interactive Premium Tutorial Series. Now, we have created this frame. So what we are going to do, we are going to curve it up. We'll create this curve effect over here. So what I'm going to do is that I will blur it, and after blurring it, I will just add levels to control that curve, and we will have this sort of a curve effect. So with the blur, I will just blur it out. You can see that I have just used a normal blur. I have not used blur HQ. And then I will use levels here. And just I will keep on like doing some settings here so that I can get I can get a smooth curve on the corners. And I will add a blend node here. And I will connect this to the foreground of the blending node, and I will use multiply just to check how the multiply looks like. But multiply, I don't think doing a good job. But let's check. Let's reduce this intensity a little bit more. Maybe we can use multiply or maybe some other. Now it looks fine. But let's try some other nodes as well. So let's play with this setting as well here. Let's check the actual how it looks like. It kind of look like this. So almost there, like it's like almost like that. So that's, you can see that there is a like a kind of a weird seam going around, so we have to fix that. Usually if I have used blur HQ, it won't be there, but I don't want that or like blur effect to be like quite more harsh, so I'm using normal blur. But we can use blur HQ here outside, and then here I can change this one, because what blur HQ will do is that it will blur it more, but I don't want that. I need some sharpness there. That's why I use normal blur there. But outside here, we will use it a slight value, not too high, just to remove that seam. So now I think it's fine. Can decrease it a little bit more. 0.5. Now it goes back to what it was before. Okay. Let's work on the intensity a little bit more. And I will add a levels here just next to transform, and I will move around the transform just to fix it. I just want a nice effect going on there. Okay. Oh, I think level, we don't need the level, so I'll remove the level. Looks fine without the levels. So once we are done, what we need here is, if you can see this white screen area. So outside this white screen area, this is the inset. So we need to make this gap. So it will be like a gap inset where the screen will go. So we have to make this inset there, but the shape should look like this. So there is no shape like a plotted square inside Substance Designer. So we have to create our own. So I will add a shape node and I will change it to disk. And I will scale it down its height. Okay. And let's add a transform to it and change the, oops, sorry, the tiling mode to no tiling. I will move it up. Okay. Change its height. Okay, to something like this. Later on we can change it because we're just trying it. It's all about trial and error. So maybe we have to change it later on. So I need the same thing on the bottom, so I will create a mirror grayscale. Choose Y mirror. So this is where I want it. Now I want the same on the sides. So what I will do here is that I will make a uh, transform node without tiling, absolute no tiling, and I will rotate it in this direction. Now I will add a blending node, and in the blending node I will add like a blend node, and in the blend node I will put one in the foreground and other on the background, and I will add them. So I will have something like this. But this is not what I'm looking for, so I have to adjust the transformation of this. I will just move this one on the top, keep on moving until I get the effect I'm looking for. Yep, getting there. Yes, kind of look fine. Okay, so now I will just move it on up here and just swap these so they will not overlap, otherwise it will not look neat. Now I will add a blend node again, and this time in this blend node I will add up another shape here, which will be a normal square. Okay, I will add why it's not showing. Oh, I'll double click on it, sorry, and then I will scale it up. Okay, now this looks good, but you can see the sides are going off the screen. So, and plus there is it's have to be go a little bit higher scale. So we have to do a little bit adjustment here in the shape, so it won't go off the screen. So what I will do here is that I will go back to my transform of the original scale. Okay, double click on the blend and single click on the transform. I can have the bounding box, and I can move this down a little bit more. Okay, just want to see if there is any Okay, let's double click this one and then single click on this so we can fix the size. Now it's not going off the screen. Okay, and then double click on the square, and I will reduce the size of the square. So okay, so we got the shape we were looking for. Okay, but these are a lot of nodes. So what I can do, I can right click here and I will create a graph from the selection. So it can, so all these nodes will go into one node. So I will rename it to retro television screen. Double click on it. It will go inside there. I'm inside, so I will make an output node here. Okay, so I can use it wherever I want. I can go back to my retro television graph. Now you can see that I have this retro television screen. I will put it here. And now I have to blend this one, add this one to my existing frame. So I will just put it here and I will add a blending node. Let's make some room for it. So I'll add a blending node here, a blend node here, and I will just wait around, just copy paste this transform so I don't have to transform it again. And then I will connect this to transform and then to blend node. And here let's see which nodes looks good. Okay, multiply doesn't show any effect. Plus we have to increase the height of it because we just came from the retro television. We just made the retro television output, so that's why it got reset the scale. But we'll do it later. First, let's adjust this. It's too big. We have to reduce the size of it. I think multiply doesn't look that good. Let's try different. Subtract, we don't want it. Add is good, but issue is that it's too harsh from the sides. Subtract doesn't look that good. Multiply. All these I don't want it. Divide. No. Screen looks fine. Maybe I'll use screen, but let's see soft light. No, soft light is not that good. Screen, I think I might go with the screen. So let's check add sub. No, add sub is not good. This is not what I want. I'll go with the screen. So I'll go back to screen for soft light. Let's see screen. Yeah, the screen is fine. I'll go with the screen. We have to adjust the size here. And plus we have to little bit blur it so it will get softer. So let's adjust the size first. Okay, so Let's do one thing. Let's increase the height of it, but first let's change it to soft light. No, I think screen is fine. I'll keep it screen. So I will just increase the size of it. And from the top as well. So let's do one thing here. Let's move them apart and add a blur here just to see how the blur will affect. Increase the quality of the blur. Too blurry. Reduce the intensity of the blur. Okay. Let's add levels and just see if the levels can affect anything. Otherwise, we will remove the levels we don't want. Let's add the height here. Material and set edit, and then height will do 10. Later on, once we'll move to the backside, when we'll create backside, we will change it to 95 or 100 or something like that. Now let's arrange it and see how it looks like. I think I'll remove the levels. It's not giving me the right value here. Let's zoom in and check. Increase intensity of the blur. It's all about the size right now, and we can add an overall blur afterwards, so it's fine. So I will, what I will do here is that I will just play with the size a little bit, just to make sure everything is going smooth. Let's look how much gap it should be. And it have to be moved. Third. Okay. Now you can see if you increase the top part, as you can see, it is eroding. It's erasing the part. So I will remove that. And just a little bit change. Otherwise, it will become thinner, just like this. I don't want this to be container. I'll just reduce the size of. Okay. So I think it's fine now. So that's fine. Let's add a final blur, HQ. Very minor value, not that high. I think I'll keep it as it is instead of blur. Like blur is not doing any good for us. So now as we have created that inset, now what we are going to do is that we are going to fix some part, tweak some parts here, and then we will create the inner inset of the same screen that we made it just right now. Okay, so let's fix the size here first, and then we'll move to that part. Okay, it looks fine from all the sides here. Okay, so what we are going to do now is we'll create an inset and then we'll subtract it. So there will be a place for the screen. So I will use add here for now. Later on we will use subtract, but just I'm creating a outline like a inset here. I will take this same frame, like the same screen that we used. Okay, put it here, and I will use a transform here, but let's do one thing. Let's delete this transform and copy this transform, paste it, and then we'll connect this to it so that I don't have to change the transformation. Otherwise, it takes a lot of time to do that. Okay, let's move it to the other side. So I will double click it here, and then what I will do, I will choose subtracting, and then this one, decrease the size of it, and you can see it is subtracting. However, it's not showing on the 3D viewport right now, because what we are going to do is that we need to increase like the white amount of this frame. Let's do one thing. Instead of doing that, let's check blending modes, different blending modes, and see which looks better. Otherwise, let's add this. Okay, and play with the white amount of it. Not the white, I think white will not affect spray. Okay, Let's reduce it again. Try. Okay. So instead of screen, let's try soft light. It's not making any difference. Let's go back there. Change subtract, or let's remove that levels from here and add the levels afterwards. Okay. Yes. Now that's what I want. Okay. So I will just make a small gap there, and let's decide how deep this gap should be. So I will just look at the 2D view here, and I will try to mimic the same gap. Okay. Now we have to increase the size of it. With the control and shift, so it will resize uniformly and from the sides and from the center, sorry. Need to have this sort of a there. We are getting what we were looking for, but we have to do some little bit settings there. I want to make it a little bit more sharper, and we have to adjust it later on also. Once we will increase our height, we have to change all the heights and different parameters of other elements. But for now, let's make it a little sharper here. Let's play with the levels on the top part. Levels. Okay. So I think this much I will keep it, or maybe let's try. All trial and error. Substance Designer is basically all trial and error. I will add levels there up the top, so I can fix the levels of this part as well. Maybe this one we can make it sharper. Just different settings. Okay. Now, if you will notice, this looks all flat, and this is not, we want it to be flat. Like usually old televisions are bulged, or you can say puffed from outside. That we will do in the next lesson. But for now, I hope you have learned something from this lesson. And thanks a lot, everyone, for becoming member of my premium membership plan. Thanks a lot, everyone, for joining this lesson. I'm really thankful to you all for supporting me, and I hope to receive your support continuously. I have noticed that many of you are watching my videos but have not subscribed to my channel yet. So please subscribe to my channel and also click the bell icon so you can receive all the notifications I'm about to create. And if you liked my video, or please hit the like button. And if you have any queries or questions, then please leave them in the comment section below and I will answer them as soon as possible. And one request I have, and that is, I have noticed that some of the viewers do not watch my videos online and instead they download them. So please, if any one of you is doing that and you find someone doing this, please stop them, because this will never help me to get my hard work paid off and it will demotivate me. So I don't want to make I don't want to stop making tutorials for you all. Therefore, help me to get new subscriber. I will take off now, everyone, and take care, guys, till we meet in the next class. Stay safe, stay healthy, and keep learning on Z Interactive, your own training institute.